Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at Savannah News TV. Tune in and watch Savannah News TV. We are live. Savannah News TV. We create awareness about our place in Africa. Savannah News TV. We are distinct, we are focused, we deliver top-notch news in Savannah News TV. Equitable reporting without fear or favor. Savannah News TV. It's a positive change for us and our environment is our aim. Savannah News TV. Tune in and watch Savannah News TV. We are live. Savannah News TV. Our CEO Prince Radekonle Oluchimi Jamo. Savannah News TV. Emileke, I'm a living witness. Keep watching Savannah. Savannah News TV. Like and subscribe to our page on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at Savannah News TV.
Yes, good morning from here. It's exactly 4:40 a.m. 16th of March 2022. Once again, you are welcome live to Savannah News Television from our Toronto, Canada studio. As usual, we are bringing you the news review of happenings in Nigeria. Today is Wednesday, 16th of March 2022. I know some people will be wondering why am I in camouflage this morning. Yes, the issue of discussion this morning warrant me being in a camouflage. That is, we are discussing about recycling of insurgents. The reason why Nigerian cannot defeat the war against terrorism. The reason why it's difficult for Nigerian government, military, to defeat the Boko Haram of this world, IPSWA, and all other sect. And on that issue, we are bringing on this program a lawyer, a human rights activist, and a public affairs analyst that specializes on security, and he is the president and founder of African Masses Parliament. I'm referring to Olufemi Mayor Omosua Esquire. I'll be bringing him here immediately after the news review to discuss today's topic, recycling of insurgents. I would say that we quickly now go straight to the paper review, and as usual, we're starting from the Punch newspaper. On the front page, Bunismen tightening hold on APC. You all remember the embattled Buni who was on medical treatment abroad, that the governor of Niger State, Governor Bello, came and took over from. We learned his men are tightening, have gotten the stronghold of the party secretariat, as Akpan Udede, that is the national secretary of the party, who once left, hurriedly ran away from the secretariat, he has come back and taken over his seat as the national secretary of the party, an indication that Buni's men have taken over back the party. Still on the Punch newspaper today of 16th March, I have forgiven my abductors. That is coming from Okorocha's in-law, Uche Nwosu. You know, they said he was abducted from church sometimes about some few months ago. He said he has forgiven his abductors. You can get those full story on the Punch newspaper. Viral video. NYC reacts to coppers' erotic dance at orientation camp. Abducted Ekiti pastors escapes. Surfaces in Kwara as kidnappers slept off. Kidnapping. I'm not ashamed to be weak, says Tonto DK. You get a story in the Punch newspaper. Also happening, National Union of Road Transport Workers protest. Lagos police deploy massive patrol teams. You remember we mentioned here last week that the Lagos state government should tighten their security as a MC Oluomo Musliu Akinsoya, aka MC Oluomo, vow to cause problem in Lagos if National Union of Road Transport Workers National Secretariat refused to overturn his suspension. But meanwhile, he has declared that he has left the association with his members. And I watched some videos where they were threatening Barua, I think the national chairman of National Union of Road Transport Workers, that he has to overturn the suspended MC Oluomo. Still on that, Lagos police protesters clash as truck crushes Okada riders and passenger. You get that true story in the Punch of today. Lagos socialites gets 2 million naira bail for doling out petrol souvenir at party. We all remember the video that went viral when one Erelu, an Igbo woman, was given a title of Erelu in Lagos, and she chooses to start distributing PMS, a highly inflammable substance, in a party, which is very, very dangerous. She was arrested after the after Erelu chieftaincy title, and she was given bail. She just got bail of 2 million now, 2 million naira bail from the court. I think this will be a big lesson for her, that when next you are planning, you should plan well and not to go against the law. Despite being given, now she was given a chieftaincy title, she finds herself in police custody. Akwa Ibom State National Civil Defense Corps naps 14 smugglers, seizes adulterated diesel. You can all get that on the Punch of today. Rep Grace Amechi BP officials over $214 million deep blue contract. Money just flying. 35 million Nigerians lack access to digital financial services and others. That is coming from Nigerian Communication Commission. Transport Ministry opposes 12% revenue allocation to maritime varsity. You can get all those stories in the Punch newspaper. Still in the Punch newspaper, Cross River Assembly member-elect sworn in. Ebonyi Assembly declares 3 PDP members seat vacant, alleges resignation. Kaduna Senator declares governorship ambition, distributes 59 cars. You can get all those stories in the Punch of today. Osimhen close to breaking Martin's goals record. You get that in the Punch spot of today. I will help Eagles beat Ghana. That is coming from Onazi. Stardom uncertainty. Amokachi Towns Ghana ahead plays off. Dosu says no keeper crisis in Eagles. Dosu, I think he was the former Super Eagles goalkeeper. I think he's now part of the coaching crew of the Super Eagles. So we see there's no any problem with that with keepers in the Eagles camp. From the Punch now, we now go to the Vanguard. Abba Kyari refuses to answer query by force headquarters. Abba Kyari refuses to answer query. You have empowered what's it called it now? Him. He has become a monster. But Abba Kyari is still in the custody of NDLE anyway, answering charges of relation to his cocaine and all this stuff. Cocaine deal. Still in the Vanguard of today, APC, the crisis and the way out. You get this full story in the Vanguard of today. Still on the Vanguard of today too. Oil prices plunged below $100 as Nigerians face to meet OPEC quota. Russia imposes sanctions on U.S. President Biden, his son, Foreign Defense Secretary, and others. I even learned the same Russia imposed sanctions on our own Prime Minister here in Canada, Justin Trudeau, and the Minister of Foreign Affairs, who is a friend. Learned Russia to impose sanctions on them. They are responding to the sanctions being imposed on them in Russia, and they are now responding. They are now they say they should not come to Russia. What are they going to do in Russia in the first place? Let us see who will blink between Putin and the world. I am angry. My home was snatched from me. Nigerian student describe harrowing escape from Ukraine. You can get that in the Vanguard of today. Edo APC 14 lawmakers to get automatic ticket. That is in Edo State. Automatic ticket. UK suspend work. Study visa application in Nigeria to prioritize Ukrainians. Judge didn't accuse bank of bribery. That is from court papers. Lai Mohammed, McCarthy, Peter Obi, orders for Freedom Online 14th annual lecture. They are still calling Lai Mohammed for lecture. Okay. Kogi blasts ex-PGF DG over attack on Bello and Buni. Bandits kill DPO, 2 other policemen, 4 vigilante members in Niger. PDP can't afford to lose 2023 election. That is coming from Atiku Abubakar. Federal government to tap 2 billion euros from 2021 bond. That is coming from the finance minister of Nigeria. 390 persons killed, 37 injured by armed headers in Benue local government. That is huge. Obaseki, Wike Reef forces PDP to shift next meeting to today. $195.3 million Deep Blue contract will follow due process got approval. That is coming from Amechi. Anti-open grazing bill suffer setback in Edo, of course. From the Vanguard, I think we quickly rush again now to the nation of today to see what is in the nation. Then we now get across to our guest, Olufemi Mayor Omoshua Esquire, who is on standby to discuss our topic of today, recycling of insurgents, the Boko Haram template. In the nation today, confusion in PDP over plot to stop Atiku, Saraki, and Tambuwa. Nigerian tourism development is optimistic, says Ogunsende. Lagos National Road Transport Workers seek withdrawal of Oluomo's suspension. Policemen held for Oyo police student shooting. Nigerian generates over $3 billion from non-oil export in 2021. That is coming from NEPC. That is Nigerian Export Promotion Council. Police arrest 102 crime suspects in Lagos. Wow. Woman arranged for distributing petrol at a party. That is that same woman that has been given bail now, the Erolu Nkechi or something. Senate urges airline operators against withdrawal of services. If they cannot meet up, if they cannot get aviation fare, what would you expect them to do? And also we have this coming from the Nation newspaper. UBA promises sustainable growth on diversified business and digital. That is, you can all get that on the Nation of today. Gunmen killed 7 policemen, 7 others in Kebbi, Niger. You get all that in today's Vanguard. Still on today's Vanguard, another interesting one. Sylvester Oromoni was not injured playing. You can get that full story. You remember Sylvester Oromoni that was killed, that died in a private school in Lagos. Hunter gets 10 years for possession of firearms. And Boko Haram that were captured, killed people. They were not they are being treated with kid gloves. Well, I think that is all you can take for today on newspaper review. We have to go now straight to contact our guest of today in person of Olufemi Mayor Omoshua Esquire. He is a lawyer, human rights activist, and a public affairs analyst. He is the president and founder African Masses Parliament. Let me try and get across to him. Now we're trying to get across to him. We're trying to reach him. trying to reach him. I'm sure we'll get him. I'm trying to reach him, and still trying to get across to him. We're still trying to get across to Barrister Olufemi Mayor Omosua. He has been on standby before we started the program. I think we got him. Yeah, Barrister, good morning. Good morning, Barrister.
Good morning.
Okay. No, Barrister, you are still offline. I'm going to bring you in. Right now in a short while. I'm bringing you in now in a short while. As I said earlier, I'm bringing in here a man that is capable of contributing to our discussion today, this morning, about recycling of insurgents, the Boko Haram template. Is no other person than Olufemi Mayor Omosua Esquire, a lawyer, a human rights activist, and a public affairs analyst. And is also the president and founder, African Masses Parliament. I think on this junction, we're going to bring in this gentleman who is from the great Ondo State. Barrister Mayor, you are live on Savannah News Television, and our viewers want to hear from you. Good morning, Barrister.
Good morning, Savannah News, and good morning to all Nigerians all over the world, and good morning to everyone.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Olufemi Mayor Omosua Esquire. We know you to be a human rights activist and a public affairs analyst, and that is the reason why we are with you here on the studio this morning. I'm sure you have seen the video that is trending where the federal government policy of the military, where they injected another almost 700 Boko Haram repentant. According to them, they say Boko Haram repentant. So this morning we are discussing about recycling of insurgents, the Boko Haram template. We want to hear from you. What is the implication of this policy of Buhari's administration?
Thank you very much. It is quite unfortunate that we find ourselves in this quagmire. We find ourselves in a situation where we cannot move forward or go back. We are full of motion, no action. In 21st century, the whole world is moving by the right. Nigerians are moving backward. They are moving to the left. Whatever we do in Nigeria is anti-progress. In fact, it is anti-clockwise. And it goes to show that in our local parlance, there is an adage that says that when a child is matured enough to walk and the mother is still back in the child, it is either the child is sick, the mother is not sick, or the mother is sick, the child is not sick. It is quite unfortunate. And to allude to your fears, the way everyone, every right-thinking Nigerians are scared, it is quite unfortunate that up till now, unlike other agitators all over the world, we have seen the likes of Niger Delta agitators, we have seen the OPC, we have seen the Ekwesu boys. They link their agitation to a particular cause. Boko Haram does not have any cause with which they can say they are agitating for.
No, they have no, barrister. Let me cut you here. You say they don't have any cause. But they say they have a cause. Boko Haram means no to Western education. They say they don't want Western education. I think that is what they say they stand for, and that's the reason why they are always attacking institutions, educational institutions.
If that is what people or they say they are asking for, that means they have no right to live in the first place. Because the whole world is living via the invention of education.
Yes.
Even in Islamic world today, they have started using the invention of the formal education. Even the telephone that we are using now, aeroplane that people are boarding from one place to another, unlike the Stone Age that we have to trek. So if anybody
even the guns they are using, even the guns, the rocket they are using to kill people.
We have left Stone Age. So if they are saying that, in law we call them non-compos mentis. When you are non-compos mentis, you are a man with diminished responsibility. That means your thinking faculty is faulty. So they don't have any agitation, as every right-thinking person can imagine it. So to now link it to what I was saying, the Niger Delta, the Ekwesu boys, the OPC and what have you, they knew they have some causes that they were agitating for. And it is known, it is a known fact, it is a notorious fact to the whole world that people who lay the golden head deserved to eat more. The Yorubas, the OPC or what have you, they are saying that enough of oppression of people coming from one place to rape and maim our women, kidnapping and all sorts of criminalities. Every right-thinking person knows that this thing, they are very, very important because life is very, very sacrosanct. You may lose houses, you may lose money, but when life is lost, it is irreparable. To now begin to look at the source with which that brought about Boko Haram in the first place, it is faulty, and you cannot build something on nothing. It cannot stand. The Boko Haram is a fundamental illegality, and you cannot build legality on top of fundamental illegality. And by the time you now look at what the presidency, our policy formulators, what they are now talking about, you discover that it is very, very suspicious. Because he who plays the piper dictates the tune. Why will the president, commander-in-chief of armed forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria be playing cold and hot as far as issue of security is concerned? The number one responsibility of the president of a nation is first security. Security. And this issue snowballed from using kid gloves to handle it up to now. And you now begin to ask this pertinent question. Why is the president forgiving by his own initiative, even under military era? Military will put it into the fore to the public and ask, we want to take this. We've had situation of Mamsa, we have had situation of what's it called? This one that they did that Falahi handled.
Okay.
There are many politics like that. They will put it in. Yes, SAP, structural adjustment program. We've had that. Military people will ask questions. They are very decorous. But I don't understand that this the democracy that we suffered for, our democracy, we still call it nascent. More than many years up till now, our democracy is not even crawling. It's static. It's quite unfortunate. A civilian president will take a so-mutu decision without even looking at the contributory effect of it, even to the generality of the people is governing. The president, commander-in-chief of armed forces, decided on his own. He didn't even allow the army or the military echelon to even come with their own policy. And this thing is affecting every percent of human endeavor in Nigeria. It is quite unfortunate. The president, commander-in-chief of armed forces of Nigeria, is eroding the all offices, all constituted offices. Is it, tell me in Nigeria today, what is it that is working well? Is it the political party, the ruling political party? They can't do anything except the president have his own incursion. No system is working without incursion. It is quite unfortunate. And I can assure you, it is a fool that will that will do something different times, same style, and expect different answer. It is going to be same. So if the president decide on his own to forgive people who have killed people, murderers, serial killers, kidnappers, and you believe that the biblical injunction and the Quranic injunction that says, whoever that kills by sword shall die by sword. Are you the one that will forgive their sin? These are people who decided on their own to be wicked. Nobody has offended them. They decided to be wicked. They decided to kill people. They decided to maim people. They decided to rape people. And you think that you are the one that can change these people. I suspect, maybe, I am only presuming that I don't have my fact, but maybe there is an alliance, or maybe there is something fishing that is not known to the whole world. Okay. I want to suspect seriously.
Yeah, but Barrister, but these people, they are taking, these people, they are according to the video we watched, they were taking an oath of allegiance with the federal government, with Nigeria. They promised to protect Nigeria and to stand by Nigeria. Let me just play the clip.
In September 2015, President, Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic.
Yeah, I want you all to see it.
President Muhammadu Buhari,
that is even giving them that code of office. On what basis? On what law? Nobody has ever gone to court to challenge even this illegality that the president, commander-in-chief of armed forces of Nigeria is even
rehabilitation,
what constitutional right does he have to decide on his own to forgive
this program
people who have
began effectively in 2016 by a committee constituted by the Chief of Defense Staff to operationalize the mandate of the commander.
The man that is talking there, the man is doing lip service because
personnel were drawn from 17 services, ministries, departments, agencies to execute the concept of operation. Since the DR camp became
you see, yeah, Barrister, now with our own findings and what you have just explained, a terrorist is a terrorist. Their loyalty, their belief as being a terrorist, actually I've not seen it anywhere in the world where they recycle insurgents. I've not seen it at all. And
let me even give you an authority under the criminal code.
Okay.
Our criminal code in Nigeria.
Okay.
There is something called mens rea, and there is something called actus reus. The mental capability of a man who commits an offense. When somebody offends him, and you go and buy a gun, October 22nd, 2021, you are hunting for the person. You didn't see the person until November 2nd, 2021. You tried to shoot at him, but you couldn't target the person, you miss it, then you still hunted for the person till another time. Eventually, you kill the person.
Yeah.
The mental capability, that person that committed that offense of murder has mental capability. He has the mental capacity of doing it because the offense was not committed that very day. The offense was committed the very day he had bought that gun. He has conceptualized it that he wanted to kill somebody. It is different from somebody who, in the process of, little argument, provocation, or what have you, somebody slaps him and slaps the person back, and the person died. It's provocation. It's not really prepared for it.
Yeah.
These people have the mental capacity to commit this offense, not as if
they went to training. They were in training camps. They were trained for years.
They decided to do it, and not as if this perpetration of criminality has ended in Nigeria. It's still continuing unabatedly up to today. Look at what is happening in Niger State. Look at what is happening in how many times they have attempted to kill the governor of Borno. These people unabatedly, they will go and cut electric connection. They will cut telecommunication mast and what have you, to disconnect people so that even soldiers cannot come and respond as I went to. So you want to tell me that these people, on what ground, where did you people, where did you agree? What has formed the basis of even making you to say you want to forgive these people? That you are our head does not mean that we are your chicken in your poultry. You don't have such power. The president does not have just such power.
Yeah, Barrister, you remember that Barrister, remember that 3 times we have been following the activities of our Nigerian army. 3 times they have been ambushed by Boko Haram. 3 times they ambushed them, went away with millions of cash, went away with
more than 3 times.
Went away with ammunitions. Are you not?
Yes.
Are we not? Don't you think that it is the reabsorbed Boko Haram repentance, according to them, that are giving informations, that are giving intelligence to their own people when Nigerian army are moving their consignments? Because the way they have been ambushed, it was a very they know the movement of our Nigerian army.
Yes.
Understand?
Yes.
So our intelligence is under threat. Where do you think Nigerian army will be in the next 10 years? When Boko Haram, who have been absorbed now, will be promoted to head some formations in Nigerian army, where do you think the country will be, security-wise?
Let me answer that quickly, and let me still make a rejoinder to a reconnection to what the former head of state, late General Abacha, said before he died. Let me tell you where Nigerian army will be in the next 10 years. With the system with which we are going, Nigerian army will not be armed forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. They will be chicken. They will be calling them chicken forces. Because we have seen situations where even vigilantes, our local vigilantes, have gone to rescue police, rescue even soldiers from the hand of these criminals. And don't forget what General Abacha said, of blessed memory, whichever way. He said if insurgency should last in the country for 48 hours, the president, commander-in-chief of armed forces of that country knows about it.
Yes, exactly.
You want to tell me what our president doing in the villa? Look at the war that is being fought in between Russia and
Ukraine.
Moscow,
Ukraine.
You see, the commander-in-chief of armed forces is wearing ordinary singlets.
Yeah. He's in the war front. He's in the war front.
I doubt if that man is sleeping at all.
No.
You see, despite the shelling, despite the bombshell and what have you, the man, there is a level of, in fact, 100% level of unease.
Yeah, Nigeria, US sent an aircraft to airlift him and his family. He told them that he doesn't want, he's not looking for airlifting. What he wants is just for them to support him with ammunition. That he's on ground.
Our leaders here in Nigeria, they are comfortable. The governor of a particular state where this type of thing is happening, some of them know where the hideout of these people. You have we not seen situation where the governor of Castina went with some people to meet these bandits? They were giving them money.
Yeah.
You saw the person, you saw the thief you were looking for, who stole your thing, and you are now shaking hands with the thief, and you are giving the thief money. You saw insurgents, they were holding gun. You see governor giving them money. Is there any way a magician will ride on a tiger or lion for the rest of his life? When that lion is hungry and has nothing to eat, he will eat up the magician.
Yeah.
You don't play with criminality. Even the Bible says, run away from all appearances of evil. It didn't say you should squat with it.
No.
These people knows what they are doing. Our prayer is that it should not snowball to area in Nigeria where people who did not know anything about it will suffer it. They know why they brought them in the first place. They should come and explain why these people were not around during Goodluck Jonathan time. How come suddenly these people are here now? And they are here now, they cannot go back again.
Even barrister, we even saw how helicopter, a chopper was flying to distribute ammunitions and distribute drugs, distribute wares for these insurgents in the forest. And we know our airspace. There is no how an aircraft or a chopper can fly without the communication with the airspace.
Without communication with the radar, yes. So it is quite unfortunate that the people who are saddled with the responsibility of stemming the tide of insecurity rather, in a nation, these people, they are reprobating and at the same time approbating. They knows Yoruba will say, one she affair if one tún ṣe àrìnà kò fẹ́ díẹ̀. You are the one that will tell cockroach, be careful, fowl is outside though, and you still tell fowl, cockroach is coming. So there is no way we can get it right. And I have told you, in fact, my fears, the fear that I allay, whenever I see Nigerian soldiers, I pity them. Because the type of recruitment they are doing these days, I doubt if they even spend up to 6 months in the depot these days. They don't spend it. And what they do is they now send people to the gallows to one, be wasted. And mind you, it is only in this country that we see and experience this reoccurrence decimal of giving money to service ships, and by the time they leave there, the money that was given to them for purchasing ammunitions, those monies will be found in the accounts of the service ships.
In their private homes too. In their private homes.
In their private homes. You see it in water tanker, or they will dig hole in their houses and what have you, and at the expense of the lives of people who were sent to the war front. And mind you, don't forget that we have seen situations where some lance corporals in Nigeria, they are protested that the gun they are giving them, there is no bullet inside it.
No, barrister.
Some of them have been imprisoned.
Barrister, there was a video trending last week where the wives of the soldiers in Maiduguri, the wives of the soldiers were protesting.
Yes.
That their husbands were being ambushed and killed. Understand? That was last week. And the commander, the commander was saying that the commander in that same video saying that they don't have ammunition. It may interest you that the equipment, the ammunition with the Boko Haram, with the terrorists, is more sophisticated than the ones our own Nigerian army are carrying.
My dear brother, you need to visit some of the barracks. You have widows. We have widows more than the wives, the people who have their husbands. In the barracks, they are there.
Oh my God.
We have a lot of problems today in Nigeria that I doubt if successive government in another 16 years will be able to take care of it. Soldiers are being sent to war front. They are not being motivated. Their lives are not being insured. They are not being given good salaries. And these people are sent to go and be killed.
Yeah, barrister, soldiers are sent to war front. They are sent to war front, and we are still asking Nigerians. Soldiers were sent to war front. They went to war front, captured the enemies, then they brought the enemies to the government, and the government now released the enemies again, pamper them, and send them back into the Nigerian army. I don't know. I don't know the sequence. I don't know the rationale. I don't know. And these are the people that have killed the husbands of these women. These are the people that have made some children orphan. These same people now, they are not being recycled into the military, pampered, being paid salary.
Do you know that they are not being only recycled into the military? They are in the police, they are in the customs, and they are being given attractive positions. And unfortunately, most of these people that are being recruited, not reabsorption now, recruited, they without even passing through the normal process. Some of them are not Nigerians. That is another danger this portends for a nation like Nigeria. Because tomorrow you begin to expose yourself to the hand of the enemies. Where they will begin to say, "Oh, don't worry, we can do this." Most of these people who are being recruited into our system now, some of them are people from Libya.
From Libya. Aftermath of Gaddafi's aftermath of Gaddafi's war. Yeah, they came in here.
Then tell me, what type of a nation are we building? Nigeria with a population of about 200 and something million human beings.
Where we have youths. We have youth who are looking for job, youth who are willing to fight for Nigeria. We have youth who are jobless. They are ready to carry guns for Nigeria. They are not being engaged. You went and engage terrorists.
Yes. So it is quite unfortunate that Nigeria is sitting on top of a keg of gunpowder. And let me tell you, in simple analysis, an infected finger with cancer, it is better the finger is chopped off than you put bandage. If you bandage it, it will spread to the arm. It will spread all over the body. We have opportunity to stem the tide now. Yesterday was the best time to do what was right. Today is another better day to do what is right. Tomorrow may be too late. We may just wake up one day, we'll discover that we don't have a nation. How can we explain Chad with what population? They repair Boko Haram. They destroy Boko Haram. Nigeria with 200 million population cannot fight Boko Haram. It is a shame to the Republic of Nigeria. It is a shame to the airship of Nigeria. It is a shame even to the head of the army, head of the navy, head of the air force. Because the inability to do something is what is wrong. But you have to do something, according to Martin Luther King. You have to do something. And what you have to do is do it as you think it should be done. That is when you get it right. Must you be in charge of a nation or security apparatus where you will not be allowed to do what you are supposed to do? Do you know some of our GSS people, they have this information, but as soon as they bring it to their organs, they sweep it under the carpet. We have seen situations here, even in the Southwest, where you see some officers, some GPOs, they bring reports, they take it to the Commissioner of Police, and they will say they can't do anything because the from what.
This is terrible. This is terrible.
What is happening in the state.
This is
And
terrible.
whoever that plays the piper dictates the tune. These people, they are enjoying the magnanimity of people who put them there, because they are the one. Some of these people are not supposed to be in the position. They are the expense of people who are more qualified. They will not put those people who are more qualified, they will put them politically. And as soon as they are there, when they see white, they will call it black.
Yeah, Barrister.
The nation is blue
Barrister.
on a faulty foundation of bicycle. Yeah.
Barrister, you are now saying that there are some people who are more Nigerians than others. You know, like a scenario now. Sorry to deviate you from our main nucleus, our main topic, but I'm just bringing the issue of some Nigerians are more Nigerian than the other. If you remember, I know you remember vividly about the former IGP, that is the Inspector General of Police, Tafa Balogun, when he was accused for corruption. And I'm sure you are aware how he appeared in court in handcuffs. And today we have another senior police officer, Abba Kyari, and we saw how he came to court and how the wife was even embracing him, how they were calling each other in the court. And you know what I mean, is it because of where Tafa Balogun came from that is the difference, or is it the government? I don't know, because it's like the law are for two different peoples in Nigeria. How do you see that, Barrister?
I want to believe that the laws are not for different people in Nigeria.
Okay.
It has to do with the body language of the headship of a nation. We have seen situations in this country where people from the north, they were in power and they did it as it's supposed to be done. Murtala Mohammed was a northerner.
Yeah.
He came, he said he wanted to fight corruption. And I want to believe wherever Murtala Mohammed's soul is now, may God Almighty continue to bless that soul. So, though his time in office was short-lived, but everybody saw what he wanted to the extent of him even deflating himself of some of the wealth he could not explain. I want to believe it has to do with individuals, and there is nothing we do that people will not still say about us. Whoever that knows how to do good, let him do good. Whoever that knows how to do bad, let the person continue. You are talking about Tafa Balogun. Tafa Balogun was only arrested for not being able to explain how rich he was there. Not as if somebody came up and said Tafa Balogun stole his money, or somebody brought an evidence and said Tafa Balogun collected money from him. Up to today. Then we are talking about a chief, a pathological chief that used opportunity of being a cop man to enrich himself, and he was accused of one. He was suspended. That one has not even served as deterrent to him. He continued again with even conniving with some people in drug trafficking. You can imagine if such person becomes, because I can assure you, these are people who will have emerged one day as IGP of police in Nigeria.
The way it was going,
You will have imagined how traumatic his reign as IG of police will have been to Nigeria. Yes, it's from the north. Are we saying we have not seen people from the north who have done well, even as IGP? But it is individualistic problem. And that is what when we are talking today, either Nigeria break up, lose up, tighten up, my own is let us have a good leader, somebody that understands what leadership is all about. Whatever you do, you are going to give account to God who created you. If you are brutal, you give account. If you are good, you give account. If you decide not to even do anything, you will still give account. So by the time you now look at, when you juxtapose the two scenarios together, it is all about the body language of the leadership. It is just about the body language of the leadership. We have seen Obasanjo, up to today, people are still saying they doubt if Obasanjo is a Yoruba man. Because when Obasanjo was there, non-Yoruba people benefited from him more than even the Yorubas.
Exactly.
Obasanjo, we put it to the fore as it's supposed to be. Though he may not be a perfect man, but we still see other people that will still want things to be done and make sure they sacrifice to bring Nigeria together. How can we explain a situation we have now, where a deputy commissioner of police was suspended for colluding with somebody who has internet who was involved in internet fraud? That one is not enough. It's under suspension. And by the time you still look at it, the police service commission or what have you, the decision they took, it took almost 3 times before they could even submit. I think they submitted one report.
Yeah, that's it was demoted to ACP from DCP.
ACP. And somebody who stole 1,000, somebody, a policeman that is on the road, that collects 1,000.
Dismiss.
A deputy commissioner of police who millions of dollars could be traced to was demoted from DCP
to ACP. But recruit will be dismissed that they caught in the road collecting 1,000 naira.
A recruit that will never have any means of survival as soon as it's dismissed will just be dismissed. The man that has gotten so much money will be left off the hook and they will settle him to continue. It is quite unfortunate. I want to believe it is not our tribe that makes us different. What makes us different is our individualistic behavior, innate in us. And everybody will give account of whatever it does. Anybody that sees truth, instead of you see the truth by the right, you turn your back at it. You are looking at the left. You will give account. You see it by the left. You turn your eye to the right. Give account. All what we need today in Nigeria, as far as Nigeria is popular, what we need in Nigeria today is the leadership. Somebody who has the political will. Somebody who believes that, okay, why is it that whenever we are playing football, we come together, we don't talk about tribe? Why is it that whenever we are doing something that unites us together, we don't talk about tribe? But when it comes to power, when it comes to stealing, when it comes to corruption, we begin to separate and dichotomize. And this person is my brother, this person is not my brother, this person stole more, small, but this person stole too much, and you left this one, you can't build a nation like that. We can't build it. And this thing is degenerating day by day. And until we make sure we bear the cat as quickly as possible, we may wake up one day, we will not see our nation again. It will have broken into shreds. And I can assure you, the tablet called Nigeria today has cracked. It has cracked. I pray it doesn't give way. It doesn't give way into shreds.
Thank you very much. Barrister Olufemi Meyo Omoshua. Thank you very much. Actually we have really had it robust from you on these issues discussed this morning. And once again, from Savannah News Television, we are thanking you for your time with us this morning, 16th of March 2022. Thank you very much, and we wish you the best. And also, we want to talk about, just briefly, sir, just in a minute, what is African Masses Parliament all about? You are the founder and the president. What is all about? Our viewers across the world want to know more about this this entity.
The full meaning of African Masses Parliament is African Masses Development and Human Rights Initiative, aka African Masses Parliament.
Okay.
In African Masses Parliament, we educate the masses of Africa about their role in the business of nation building. We make them understand that their leaders are not their rulers, but they are servants. So they should ask them about their servantship. So we create a symbiotic relationship between the leaders and the led, so that you don't just abandon your faith, your future, your sovereignty into the hands of one leader ignorantly. When they are being sent to lead you, they are your servant. Ask them questions. And is it not funny that in Africa is so blessed with both human and material resources? Why is Africa poor? So what we try to do in African Masses Parliament is to create beauty out of the ugliness of Africa. And I want to assure you, there is more beauty in the ugliness of Africa. That is why Africa today, if there's any reportage by CNN, by Al Jazeera or Fox Television, if they have not said anything about Africa, the story is not complete.
Exactly.
So that is where African Masses Parliament came up from.
That is very, very interesting. On our own part from Savannah News Television, we will be very happy if we can see where we can come together and synergize with the African Masses Parliament, so that we can have a better Nigeria.
Sure, greater Nigeria, greater Africa, greater world, where we live as a family, irrespective of our color, but with the dictates of one belief that we can live together. We are one, created by God, and what binds us together is love. One love to the world.
Thank you very much, Barrister Olufemi Mayor Omosua. He's a barrister and a human rights activist, also a public affairs analyst. He's based in Ondo State and he's doing great exploits. He's a man of integrity, and as you know, we in Savannah News, we always associate ourselves with people of unblemished character, and that is what Olufemi Mayor Omosua Esquire represents. Barrister, good morning. Thank you for your time, and we wish you the best of the day, Wednesday. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Yeah, gentlemen, you have heard from him. I've been talking with Barrister Olufemi Mayor Omosua on the interesting topic, recycling of insurgents, and we dabble through into the issue of corruption in the police force, and in the government of also we went into political as well to discuss the scorecard of the government of the day. And according to him, there's nothing to write him about the Buhari-led government. He said the government is just full of nepotism, and they don't have template. Actually, that is in summary. They don't have template. And with this, we are coming to the end of this section this morning. But again, we'll be coming back. Stay tuned after this time out. We'll be coming back again with another interesting interview. This one is going to be on politics, Ondo State politics, Ondo North Senatorial District politics. But I will not bring the cat out of the bag right now. But in the next few minutes, I'm talking about 10 minutes from now, 15 minutes from now, we'll be having a guest also here on this studio to discuss the issue of Ondo North Senatorial District. That is political equation against 2023. Good morning from here. I still remain your comrade, Olujimi Adekale Lijoka of the Savannah News Television. And at this moment now, we're going for a break, and we will come back, as I said, with another guest to discuss the issue of Ondo North Senatorial District political equation, I call it. Good morning. Good morning.
Like and subscribe to our page on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at Savannah News TV. Tune in and watch Savannah News TV. We are live. Savannah News TV. We create awareness about happenings in Africa. Savannah News TV. We are distinct, we are focused, we deliver top-notch news in Savannah News TV. Equitable reporting without fear or favor. Savannah News TV. To set positive change for us and our environment is our aim. Savannah News TV. Tune in and watch Savannah News TV. We are live. Savannah News TV. Our CEO Prince Radekonde Oluchimi Jabo. Savannah News TV. Gemileke, I'm a living witness. Keep watching Savannah. Savannah News TV. Like and subscribe to our page on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at Savannah News TV.